Are you winning, son? Welcome back, it's time for another smashing gameplay video. Today, we rejoin the android colony. The floors are covered in shit. We'll begin first by building a series of steel skips in which to hold all of the heavy matter. Actually, before I go any further, quite a lot has changed about our base. I've taken the liberty of terraforming everything near our kill box so we can eventually expand it out and make it larger. The androids have also constructed a series of auto doors near one of the exits so that they don't actually need to cross through the kill box whenever they want to enter or exit the base. It's time for a shameless plug. I've actually been streaming some of the base grind to Twitch, so I'll link that below if you ever want to join me for some of that. Although I've been pressed for time lately, this is a good opportunity to actually make sure that the base runs smoothly with viewers and just hang out. So in regards to this and testing out other series ideas, if you ever want to come join, my link will be below. I hope you come. I am very lonely. Please come join me. In the meantime, we've figured out how to store oil that we pump out of the ground, so now our two oil wells can actually keep us in a continuous state of being powered, and research remains a top priority as we push closer and closer each day toward the construction of Omnibots. Our kill box is practically impenetrable, and we can also use the Raise the Roof mod to add steel roofs slowly but surely to the outside perimeter of our base. If we build enough of these expensive roofs, we can eventually stop any drop pods from landing on our base. I'm not sure whether it's Raise the Roof or another mod. I highly suspect it's Raise the Roof, but it actually offers a new set of roof types. So we have rock roofs, we have regular constructed roofs, steel roofs, overhead mountain, and there's just a lot of variants all over the map, so it's more detailed. Normally I don't linger on mods too long, but I think there's just too many good ones in this series to give up explaining some of them. Today we use appropriated weapons to arm our colonists. The more advanced androids can hold the more advanced weapons, and since our crafter bot can construct heavy SMGs in excellent quality, almost perfectly consistently, it's much safer to have bots do most of our crafting for us. We also captured a new prisoner named Lips. He probably won't survive much longer, but she. Our most consistent enemies will be Hive, anything of an insectoid nature, but we also need to be ready for what's inevitable with anti-mech rifles. Being on fixed wealth progression means that threats will slowly but surely scale, and eventually we could be in over our heads if we get overwhelmed. This is another mod explanation, but I haven't been using this much to my embarrassment. We can use mine-connected ores in Allow tool to start mining connected ores in mountains. It makes your life easier since you don't need to just keep checking back on what's visible. You may call it cheating, I call it labor-saving technology. And it's extremely satisfying. Much like butchering. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and the workshop is being paved with concrete. And so my workers drone on like ants. It's extremely satisfying, like running an army of Terminators. No other reason for this shot than just to say that that's a huge-ass crab. That is a huge-ass crab. Now with the final constructions underway on our kill box, we can start to arm up and defend our colonists. We can use a series of shields and walls, even without embrasures available right now, to construct a defense where we can layer colonists in shooting at any enemies that come through the kill box. And if for a moment you should suspend your belief that there are double autocannons right behind them in the way of friendly fire, you just might notice an absolutely brilliant set of defensive positions. These aren't perfect by any means, but what is perfect? Now at any moment we can draft our colonists and tell them immediately to go defensive positions, and they'll be ready to shoot at anyone coming into the box. But we'll let them go off to work right now again. Fuck, that is crazy. I've ignored this for a while, but I think it's time to get some air conditioning. Crafting Bot 18 has actually created a masterwork heavy SMG. Clearly a better choice. All in my plan. And now a raid. Again, we expect more insects, and this is gonna be a true test of our kill box. One thing I like about them is that they never cease their attack. They're mindless monsters with no agenda but to kill. The traitor, on the other hand, is not such a good experience here. But it should be entertaining. We'll just bring back our colonists to this sort of safe zone, as displayed by the purple highlight, and our robots as well. Gigalocusts be damned. Only one is attacking the door. The rest are in for my fire treatment. Either that or oh fuck. Well, that is too bad. That is too bad. Are they gonna die to the traitor? This is actually quite badass. 9, you will be rewarded in the afterlife. This is sexy. Very nice, very nice. I actually like this outcome even better because we could use the traitor's goods. We lost only builder That's 17 and 9 who can be reactivated in time. Maybe we ought to build another door on this side too. Oh well, this was probably my favorite attack so far. Except for the one where they ran out because of the bad temperature. That one was also very good. And fuck, our colonists are stuck out there. Actually, we may have to fight this the normal way. Alright, let's see if these guys can fend them off. They're in range, and they should be able to kill the last of them that are here before they get in, I think. There's enough bulk goods traders that they're going to be distracted by anyway. I'm not sure what that was, but it sounded good. These ones will go in for the last of the aid, and somebody's got... Oh, that's an anti-mech rifle. That's what's making that sound. I was wondering. It seems that just the mass heavy SMGs are enough to kill them. Oh, they can't hit the Giga Locust. Fuck. Okay, just a little bit more running and gunning at these, and run off, run off, run off. One of you may have to be bait, but if I can avoid too many untimely deaths, that would be ideal. We'll just slowly walk them back into the base as the burning subsides. War is hell. War is hell. Now fire at the last of them and finish off any that remain. Absolutely violent. She is on fire. Dude, put that fire out on her. I know you don't have empathy, but they could have to learn how to program empathy into them. And now they'll just... What are they even doing out here? Cowering. Oh, yeah. Well, not for long. Oh, fuck. Didn't notice you. All right, 6. Take out the last of them. Only a couple left, just to clean up. And never want to give up all that new fuel. Now we've come to the point where we can actually confront the enemy outside of our own base, given enough distraction. Fortunately, robots are psychopaths, and they don't really have any sense of fashion, so we could just allow them to keep wearing everything. And no matter the evil, when one falls in combat, 2 will rise up in his stead. And I'll be damned, Lips has actually gotten to work. Still, in this colony, there's really no reason to chase after the labors of humans. I love androids. They can take anyone's life from shit to amazing in a day. They've taken his bedroom from awful now to mediocre and going up in about 3 minutes. The bed itself is of excellent quality on the first try, and I wasn't even trying. We pretty much have the power to make this man's life a paradise, but we've just been neglecting him for a while. Androids are completely in control, and it just goes to show how good they are. Eventually, we'll all be replaced by robots. And while we don't have a lot of late-game technologies researched yet, we're approaching the end of the early game. We still need a lot more technologies, but it's time to make the rest of our work more efficient so that we can get on to more advanced stuff. And now, with most of our urgent work completed, I do something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. As you may recall, these ruins housed an ancient danger, the likes of which we don't know. So in the spirit of discovery, I'm drafting everyone. And now it's time to do something I've been waiting a very long time to do. With all of my colonists more or less in place, we're going to take on whatever's in here. And in fact, I think a better way to do this would just be to mine out everything over here. And then as soon as they've completed this task, we'll dismantle the wall. This way they could maximize the surface area with which they take down anything inside. Unless if they have blast weapons, in which case, well, we're fucked. In 3, 2... 1. Oh, that's really not that bad. Alright, everybody get out your guns. I think friendly fire extends about this far. This is gonna be a really one-sided fight. And yeah. Is that it? Oh, awesome. Okay, well, let's go in there. Let's go in. I also have a bad feeling about this, but okay, anything could come out of these crypto sleep caskets. We found a triple rocket launcher, and a psychic pacifier, and some Glitter World medicine, and a tech print for jump packs. This gives us research for jump packs and locust armor. I need them. I need them now. Okay, we'll apply the tech print for jump packs, and then after that, once we've got that on our research table, we can construct jump packs. Alright, I want to take this place bit by bit, so we'll just take this apart, and then we'll leave these crypto sleep caskets here and find out what they have to discover later. We'll also just install a couple more wall lights, because this is actually kind of a nice shrine. We might want to keep this. Tech print revealed jump packs. Another raid by the Bladed Hive. This time even fiercer than all of the last ones we've experienced. Again, we'll return to the safe area. And now with the approaching onslaught, Jesus Christ. Okay, we might actually want to stand in defensive positions for this one. Everyone is drafted. Go back to position 1. And 4 and 3 might actually be off in the open here. We can keep them back in their position. Right, 4 and 3 can come to defensive positions, and we'll just want to be careful about those autocannons. Keep everyone out of the line of fire. I think the autocannons might be more deadly to our own troops right now. And now with all the enemies approaching, it looks like the fire is actually causing damage to our kill box itself, but it's certainly doing a lot of work on them. And it looks like some of them that go on fire are fleeing out of the kill box entirely, so this might actually be safe. Just the amount of firepower being poured down the middle at the same time is amazing. And the titanium walls seem to be holding up pretty well too. We might need a couple more layers of those, but they've really repelled them. 3 got in successfully with 4, so they managed to get in the side door. Though it looks like we might deal with it. No, the auto doors close quickly enough. Ultimately, I think we'll want to think about adding in more plasteel auto doors here. This defense is almost too powerful. I've never experienced something this good. We can actually speed through the rest of it with the smart timing. Oh wow, no friendly fire. Of course, there's damage to our plasteel barricades, but that can all be repaired. Our auto cannons are just awesome. Jesus Christ. Even the megapedes. Okay, they did destroy one of the titanium walls. Now, over time, there's no limit to how strong these raids can get, so it will get worse and worse from here. On another development, we've actually managed to start getting some plumbing up and running. We have water getting pumped out of the ground via these wells. I'll see if I could show them off. We have water sources underground, as we see on the map. And through Dub's Bad Hygiene, we can start to plumb out the water and bring it to this sewage outlet. Here at the sewage outlet, it can be pumped over here, where we don't really care about what happens. Ultimately, this is going to be good for our human prisoners as we start to take them, if we get more human raids. And now that all the enemies outside have burned to death, wow, they were just completely eradicated. We are doing a lot of damage to our own kill box, which is something we might want to start to consider. We can set everyone back to unrestricted now, though, and this might honestly be the most productive colony I've ever made. It's extremely overpowered. It's extremely satisfying. It's extremely nice. And no one ever experiences mental breaks. It just makes humans seem all the more ungrateful when androids are trying to calm them down all day. Well, I now know that this has been one of my favorite colonies to work on of all time. I can actually focus on the architecture for once. On a note of later game goals, I do want to start to architecturally rethink this colony. It's kind of been a matter of necessity for the first part of this. So the kill box has been the first one of these, but obviously there's a lot more work to be done. We do still need some farms, whether we use it for biofuel for our robots. Well, 1, it looks nice, and 2, it actually, it does actually have a function. I mean, ultimately, we'll need to grow a variety of crops, and we might use it for cover in the fields if an enemy should ever attack us. Along with that, the terraforming actually allows us to reformat our soil all into rich soil. And ultimately, the formation of 10 T3 androids is going to require the creation of many, many advanced components, of which we have none. So if you thought that this was a lot of resources, hold on to your hat because the requirements are incredible. We're going to need to construct additional quarries, additional pylons, lest we get Zerg rushed and ultimately repurposed as scrap metal. If you thought that we were technologically advanced already, you haven't seen anything yet. But ultimately, researching robotics, to robotics again, to robotics for a 3rd time, to robotics for a 4th time, to robotics for a 5th time, and to anti-logic is going to take many, many steps. But once we have Omnibots, anything is possible. And we can repurpose all of our colonists toward research to go even faster and faster and accelerate because science never ends. I think that's enough for one day. Once again, I'll invite you to join my Twitch. We'll be grinding out more of this series and preparing for the next couple videos on there. That as well as just doing weekly variety gaming. I like to cover stuff on there I probably wouldn't normally do on the YouTube channel, so check it out. That's all for now. As always, my name's Ambiguous Amphibian. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.